I was born into an ancient Christian tradition in Kerala, India. One believed to be started by none other than Saint Thomas, one of the 12 apostles of Jesus. Now, Saint Thomas is remembered as the doubting Thomas. According to the Bible, he wasn't present when Jesus first appeared after his resurrection. He famously said, "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my finger where the nail were, I will not believe." And when Jesus finally appeared to him, Thomas dropped his doubt and said, "My Lord and my God." But something always felt strange to me. For a man so pivotal, so passionate and skeptical, there is no Book of Thomas in the Christian Bible. Yet, in 1945, in the deserts of Egypt, something resurrected that had long been hidden, the Gospel of Thomas. And the message in that Gospel, it wasn't about rules, sin, or damnation. It was this: if you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. In other words, that you must go in a sort of a spiritual quest for your own to discover who you are and to discover really that you are the child of God. Jesus, in the Gospel of Thomas, doesn't tell you to worship him. He tells you to go inward. He tells you that you are divine, just as he was, that you must go into your own spiritual quest to realize that. And you know what? He did just that. Jesus disappeared from the biblical record for 17 years. Where did he go? The Bible says he fled with his family to Egypt to escape the wrath of King Herod, that he was a refugee, an immigrant, running for his life, a refugee. And there are accounts, subtle but persistent accounts, that he made his way east into India and Kashmir, into the land of the yogis. And when he returned to Nazareth, something had changed. He was no longer a carpenter's son. He was a man of miracles. Let's talk about those miracles. In the Indian yogic tradition, on the path to enlightenment, you pass through a phase where you attain what are known as Siddhis, supernatural abilities born from intense meditation, breath control, and inner stillness. There are 8 major Siddhis, also called the Ashtasiddhi. Anima, the power to become as small as an atom. Mahima, to become as large as the universe. Garima, to become infinitely heavy. Laghima, to become weightless, defy gravity. Prapti, to obtain anything. Prakamya, to fulfill any desire. Ishitva, to control nature. Vashitva, to attract or control others. Now, let's compare. Jesus walked on water, that's Laghima, the ability to defy gravity. He healed the sick and raised the dead, that's Ishitva, mastery over nature and life, energy. Turned water into wine, that's Prakamya, the siddhi of manifesting desires. Crowds followed him, drawn to his words, that's Vashitva, the power of attraction. This is not to discredit Jesus. This is not to minimize the power of his being. This is to say, Jesus was a yogi, an enlightened master, and his miracles were not random acts of divine interference. They were the byproduct of inner mastery, of a man who had stilled his mind, purified his ego, and merged with the divine. Jesus didn't come to create a religion. He came to awaken the divinity in man. But modern Christianity, it clings to exclusivity. They say, only through Jesus will you be saved. But the Jesus I know, the Jesus of the Gospel of Thomas. He never wanted to be worshipped like a God separated from man. He wanted to see God within you. That's the great tragedy of organized religion. It made an enlightened being into an exclusive deity. So yes, Jesus saves, but only when you understand that the same light he carried is also within you. And if you still your mind, if you meditate, if you purify yourself in the body, mind, and breath, you won't just follow Jesus, you will walk besides him. There's more to uncover. Namaste.